shit.
So Wesley, as you reflect on the season, for you personally and for like as a team, obviously it didn't end how you guys wanted it to, but what are your reflections just looking back?
Grateful. Above everything else, grateful to be able to play this game that we love. Grateful to be able to do this in front of the fans and play basketball. But yeah, it's not how we envisioned. We've learned a lot. We got better. We did, even though there's times where it didn't feel like it, times where we probably didn't show it. The NBA is not easy. Winning's not easy. And as great as you can be one night, you can be equally as bad. The other team can be a little bit better. So there's definitely ups and downs, but like I said, grateful for the opportunity, lessons learned, and hopeful for the future.
What is the just kind of the mentorship role that you've gotten to play on this team this year been like for you as these guys come to you for information and the experience that you have?
Stressful. No. But both. Like, it's been good. It's been amazing, obviously, to see, a group of guys that want to learn, want to get better, and look to you for advice and help, guidance, and trying to calm down certain situations or be the fire under certain situations. Like I said, it was a learning experience for me. Not something I haven't normally done, but I usually was able to do it by example as well. I was on the court doing it, and it was different, in a different role. Again, appreciative and grateful. But this was a good group. It really was. I've been around some groups that I couldn't say that about, or I would have ducked that question somehow. But everybody in here, I love all these guys. That makes us a little bit tougher.
How have your off-season plans changed over the years? What do you plan on doing this off-season, and how's it different from previous years?
Well, they're surrounded by my daughter, so that's how off-season changed. That's 6 years ago, going on 7 years ago. But I always tell myself that I'm not going to watch the playoffs, and it never works out that way. So I try to avoid it as best I can. Aside from taking out all the TVs and streaming devices, I can't do it. But try to take some time with myself, my family, friends, stuff that you don't really get to do as much during the season. But again, like I said, around my daughter. But then I'm back in the gym. I'm training. I really only know one thing. So yeah, I'll probably get back there at 3 o'clock, 4 days.
As a vet, what would you advise these guys to take that next step in this offseason?
Honestly, watch every single one of these games and get mad. Truthfully, like when I was their age, as much as I did not want to watch, I watched it and I let it fuel me. And then one of the things that I always did was I never really took off until the season was over with. There's something that sit right with me, sitting on the couch or whatever it is while I see other people doing what I wanted to be doing. So, that was just my frame of mind. But everybody has to do something different. The season attacks everybody in different ways, mentally, physically. Some people have to rehab. Some people have to just escape the game entirely. Some people have to dive into it more. It's always different. But for me, I try to avoid it, know that I can, and I'm right back into it.
When you say it's a good group, kind of what things did you see that told you just that was the case with this team?
The willingness to learn, the willingness to mesh, to one of the things that you probably guys didn't see as much or couldn't see as much is the uptick in communication. It's a quiet group, and not necessarily a bad thing. It's just personalities. But this game, at the highest level, you can't play it quiet. You have to be able to communicate with each other and talk to each other and learn about each other. And I saw little bouts of leadership in every single player. That again, this is my first year here, so I don't know if that was there last year or the years before that, but I can say that I've seen every person on this team grow in some facet of leadership that you guys in the media definitely wouldn't see. And maybe probably unfairly critique some of the guys for. But you know, being in that locker room, being on the court, being at practice, and the film, on the bus, on the plane, like I saw the evolution of every single one of these players, and to me, that's, you know, it doesn't necessarily count for wins, losses, and stuff. Like obviously, we'd rather be playing, but you know, as far as like the soul, the player, the man, you know, the camaraderie that we have, like, I'm grateful and proud of that.
In terms of leadership, who do you
Last
feel
one,
like
please.
stepped up the most this season?
That's tough. I think everybody definitely has. I would say CC did. I'd say Clint did. DeJounte did. Bruno. I think Bruno maybe. Yeah, he definitely had his moments of, and I think it showed on the court. You know, time to time too.
All right. Thanks, Wesley.
John,